Hey everybody, Michelle here. I'm coming to you to give you a garden update. It's been a while, but we've been having a lot of rain lately. For the last 5, 6, 7 days, it has done nothing but rain. We've gotten a lot. Everything's growing pretty well, including my grass. You can see behind me it needs to be mowed, but everything's so wet right now. But we will get to everything. Hopefully this weekend we'll have a good weekend. I think they said it was supposed to rain again tomorrow, so we'll see. But let me show you the update on some of the changes that are going to get made. Alright, first off, the stuff that's on the deck. You can see we got my cabbages on the deck. They're doing pretty good. This one right here has got a lot of bug damage, so it's time to get some BT on that. This one's doing great, very little bug damage. Now the broccoli has gone crazy, and it has started to bolt by a long shot. You can see all the flowers, no broccoli heads. So I will be pulling all of my broccoli. It has gotten way too hot here for broccoli, and it just doesn't like it. Even in the shaded areas, it's all bolted. Lettuce, on the other hand, is doing amazing. My lettuce is doing awesome, and I've had lots of salads from it. So let's go over to the garden. Alright, the garden's looking wonderful. As you see, the broccoli in these pots have bolted as well. But the cabbage is doing great down there. Let's get in here. Tomato plants are doing awesome. Lazy dog there is just waiting for the tomatoes to come in so he can pick them off the vine. Over here, I have my aromas. They're looking very healthy and very nice. I do need to come through here still and pick off all the suckers. Give them a good chance of growing. I have 2 rows of aromas this year. All of my tomato sauce is gone from the previous years because I had a bad tomato harvest last year. So I have planted 2 rows so I can replenish all my stock. These are all just doing great. I did plant pepper plants. I actually planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of tomatoes, which normally I only have 4. I took up one of my rows of peppers for tomatoes, so that left me 2 rows for peppers. So I will be putting pepper plants in other locations, but I have a lot of peppers in here and they're looking great. These are poblanos. I have Anaheims. And these are a type of bell pepper. It's called a Dos Sucks Sponge. I'm butchering that really bad. Over here, I have Big Red. That is a big red bell pepper. And then I have just regular California Wonder bell peppers. It's time to restock the freezer full of those as well. But as you can see, I still have a lot of peppers left. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to be pulling this broccoli. One does, or actually a couple of them have heads, but you look, they're about ready to flower again on me. I will try to save those heads and have a little meal of broccoli. So I will be pulling the broccoli and I'll be planting peppers over here. The cabbage will not get pulled. It is not ready, even though it's got a pretty good head on it. So I will be salvaging the cabbage, leaving it there, and just pulling the broccoli and putting peppers wherever there's an extra hole. As you can see, I have a lot of cabbage over here. Over here are my cucumbers. They will grow up this trellis here, and they're about ready to the point where they're going to start growing. They're doing amazing. So they're just about to the point where they'll put their little tendrils off. My sugar snap peas, I've already got those tendrils and are already going up the fence. So hopefully I get a pretty good crop of those. And over here I have 2 rows of green beans. You can never have enough green beans. Okay, over here in the raised beds on the side that I built, you can see those there. My red potatoes are doing amazing. They're doing better than amazing. I have actually healed them up already once. It looks like they need it again. So I might have to buy some more dirt to heal those. The lettuce in here is doing awesome. It's loving the extra rain. And then over here in the other one, you can see cabbage is doing great. Got some good heads growing in there. But the russet potatoes just didn't germinate. It's an empty spot. So I will probably be putting pepper plants in there as well. So as you can see, I have just a simple butane lighter. And how you put holes in this stuff, this woven weave fabric, the best way is to burn it. Otherwise the ends fray. As you can see, I've already done a hole here. And the ends are melted, so it'll never fray and rip open. Which is great. Less problems for you in the future. I bought this at the dollar store for like $4. So they're really cheap, really inexpensive. And it'll save you a whole lot of work pulling out your big old torch. And all you do is try to make the circle as good as you can. I've never claimed to be an artist, so my circle's probably not going to be great. Because these are for pepper plants, I want them a little bit wider. That way I can get my trail in there. So I've got that whole row of holes done. That's going to provide me more pepper places. Normally I leave this open for walking spaces. But because I'm short on space, I went ahead and added it. You can see there's still plenty of walking room. I just got to do some trimming of this bush here. No big deal. And then the peppers will like more sun anyway, so it's best to trim those bushes. And then I'll put it in the other locations that I mentioned earlier as well. That should give me plenty of pepper plants in my garden, I would think. But I always end up wanting more. But they will share this fence as well, this trellis. So hopefully it doesn't get too crowded, because this is going to be a spicy row. Alright guys, it was definitely good seeing you. I know it's been a while since I put a video out, but it has rained like crazy. And I just haven't been able to get into the garden. So I've been doing other things inside and in the plant room, trying to just bide my time. But I finally came out and started playing in the mud to get those tomato plants in the ground, or tomato plants, excuse me, the pepper plants in the ground. They're always the last to go in because they're always the one that need the most heat. They don't like it cold at all. So I never put them out when the night temperatures are still getting down to 40. Sorry if you hear the train. I live near a train. So I got that row taken care of anyway. I'll get started on planting everything so it can grow nice and big and strong. It is supposed to rain again tomorrow, so I've got to make sure I get that all taken care of before I can get back out here. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend and everything is going good with you. I do have good news. I thought that polar vortex we had at the beginning of the year where everything froze took out my fruit trees, but they all both of them came back alive, and the apple tree actually has apples on it. Peach tree does not, which is not a surprise. It got really cold, and it got cold late, so that does not surprise me that the peach tree doesn't have any blooms or anything on it. But it would have been nice to have peaches as well. But I'm pretty excited about the apples. Anyway, have a good weekend, guys. Bye.